He's saying that.
You mess it. This is bad for you. Here's something. Oh, I should listen to it. I will repeat it. Are you resting? Is that yours? That's yours? Okay, so like you must have been this is what I was saying about me. Right. This you can be like, this is I don't mind putting this anymore. This is the I'm not going to by myself. You message me.
Why does she even respond?
I don't like.
Mom's when they text you, you know.
No, I was going to tell you well, that's my bad.
That's my only 10 minutes. You're calling me today. Why did you respond?
I don't know, maybe you thought the purpose things like.
Sorry. Or like a response to like,
I said to you.
No, when you say that's what's very.
You can pay attention to it. I thought I left notes. Separate conversation.
I'm saying your name, it's like, well, I don't even know that.
You know, I get stuck in conversations.
It was, it's fine. Or.
I mean, the whole week. But.
I'm not working. You just focus more for history, bro. Like support a boyfriend.
Okay, so a lot of you are done already, but yeah, we did part. Okay, one of the leaders' most important roles is to communicate vision and messages in a persuasive way. So, in my classroom, I always tell them be a leader. For example, when they don't want to do something, I tell them, okay, be leaders in the class. Because in reality, it's true. And sometimes we don't want to do things. But if you do it, even if you don't want, then you are showing a leader skill, one of the skills of the leaders. Because if you see the president or governor or the principal of the school, I'm sure they are just like us. Like sometimes they don't want to do what they need to do, but they have to do it, right? So sometimes we don't want to come to school. Sometimes we don't want to do anything all day or something, but we have to. And that may get you or get us into a routine. And before you know, you don't think about, oh, I don't want to do this, because you know you have to do it, right? So there's no option. When you're a little kid, you don't know that it's no option to not come to school. So you are like, things like that, right? But when you are older, you don't even tell your parents because not, you know that they will say it's no option, you go to school, right? So I'm a teacher and my own children, they are older already now. One finished college and the other is in college. I always told them, I have hundreds of students waiting for me. I won't be here with you. So you are going to go to school every single day unless you are sick, right? So they knew that. So when I come to school here and I see some students that miss like three days a week, 2 days, I'm like, I don't understand. What the parents do, like, do they just go on the street and walk around or how they stay at home? Because I ask them sometimes, like, I mean, what happens? Oh, I stay home. I feel like staying home. I'm like, okay. And how, and I know you can stay home by yourself because you are older now. But I don't let my kids to stay home. So, and I know every family is different, every parent is different, every situation is different. But you just think about your future, okay? Because sometimes parents are busy and they cannot be checking on you every single day. Where are you and things like that? So you have to show responsibility too. Okay, you need to help your parents because they have a lot of work to do too. You have to do your work. So anyways, so be a leader, come to school every day, do what you have to do, and before you know, it won't be hard anymore because you have to do it, and then you start liking it because you are successful and you have good grades, and I remember high school for me was the best times, better than college, because it's the most fun time for me. It was. And I always wanted to go to school because I wanted to be with my friends. So hopefully you are enjoying high school and because in reality, and I see my kids like in colleges, I mean, it's fun because you are more free, you can do more things, but it's not the same as high school. Like you are always with the same friend. In college, it's like, oh, my friend is working and we don't see each other. We see each other maybe like once a month because I need to work and then go to college. You know, it's not the same. Like you can see your friends every single day. So enjoy these times, build up, good relationship with your friends, and hopefully you can keep in touch even if everybody goes to different, different colleges or maybe move away, things like that. But, communicate with your friends. Anyway, so think about persuasive message to share, and most of you already did. Very good. And I was wondering, maybe I will put you on the spot, but anyone would like to share their message? Can I share one of the messages, like the you message and the me message? Anybody? Like, I don't care. No, no, music? No. Okay. Can I read one and don't say your name? Can we do that? Okay. Okay. So let me see. Just in case you were wondering, like, I'm not sure if I did it right or not. So everybody's different, but so let me see. Well, I will just read it. I think it was good. I mean, the you message doesn't mean that you need to be disrespectful to your teacher or anybody, right? But the you message is more like thinking about, like just saying what you think, but without saying how you feel. And why will I plagiarize? And then you are as if you think I do that, you can reread it, and if it's that deep. I didn't understand that part. But basically, it's kind of like just saying, why do you think that? It's not true. Oh, actually, there was another that I think a little longer, and I explained they use. But it's a good example because it is true that it's using yours. They use. Why do all of them or not yet? You have
Let me work.
Okay. Okay, I will read one. Don't be ridiculous. You don't even have a proof that I plagiarized. I can see that you didn't read through my assignment properly. Anyone can see that I work hard on this assignment. So that's the you. And then the I message. I apologize for my work if it is bad enough for others to think that I plagiarized. I worked on this for a couple of weeks, and I have timestamps of my progress that I can show you to prove I didn't plagiarize. Okay, so basically saying how, like, how can you prove it? So instead of just saying, I didn't give you a proof. So show a proof by being respectful too. And people will listen to you more when you are polite, right? When you get mad, you already lost the case. For example, lawyers, they cannot get mad, right? They always need to say, this is what I think, no, what I think. These are the proof, this is the situation, but they need to be calm and explain, okay? So when you get mad, then people start thinking, oh, that person doesn't know what he or she is thinking of. So what is talking about? Okay, and one message is I will just read one, but I haven't read them all. Many of us have parents who care about what we do in school. This is a message that doing good is not only beneficial towards yourself, but your parents who expect you to make them proud. And it's true, we have to do things for ourselves, but we know, because we know our parents, that will also make them feel good, and make them feel that it's worth it, all the sacrifice they do for us, right? Anyway, so the last thing I want you to do, I think will be helpful for you. I have one more paper that is very easy. You just go to Power School and write down here. I think it's something the students will be doing every week. And if you want, I will let you keep this paper. I want to see that you did it, and maybe I will collect only one because I need to have proof that you did it. So you are going to write your name here, and then every class that you take. Then you are going to put your last semester grade. Last semester, so if you don't remember, you can go in Power School and write it down. Let's say that you didn't pass a class or you passed a class, you just put 80, whatever. And then what am I doing well? And what can I do better? If I can have a goal or something, for example, I was telling you, like, maybe you are missing the class a lot, or maybe you are arriving late, or maybe you are not doing the assignments, or maybe you are not studying for quizzes. So just think about what can I do better for each class, okay? Let me give you this paper. And that will be the last one.
That's my time home. That's still eight out of
Well, it doesn't
home.
pass every. But I know. There's a teacher.
I don't know, but there was two of them.
Here.
Nobody even here. Could have been literally any.
This is Spanish too. It's like, oh, you're just.
So this is the reflection. When we reflect in what we are doing, we can change it, but if we don't think about it, before you know, will be the last year of high school and you are in grade 10 because you didn't pass half of the class. So no, we don't want that to happen, right? So that's why we have counselors, and counselors talk to you, so you don't kind of like don't realize what you are doing, but it's a good thing just to reflect and see how are you doing, check your grade. I know more for this.
I need 8.
Where you gonna get it?
Stimulation
From.
You know which one's the one? What's the last?
It should just be